So that's how the European countries started the welfare system, where they pay people who are not employed, they give them money. So that they do what? They go and buy goods in the shop. Now, you cannot start a welfare state without a developed economy. I'm told that in Arabic, you say rich people are Ghani. So I assume you are Ghanis. I'm told that poor people are fakir or something like that. I couldn't come to Egypt to invite fakir because I've got enough fakir in Uganda. So I am here for the Ghani only. So, Your Excellency, Egypt and Uganda are linked by the Nile since time immemorial. But as you heard, the trade is small. $133 million. Then the other one, something. Really, this does not match the relationship. Therefore, when I come here, invited by His Excellency President Sisi, I thank him so much for inviting me, because I have not been here for a long time. We should have clear strategic considerations. And in my view, the strategic considerations are in two clusters. Cluster one is production, to produce goods and services, because business is about goods and services. You don't trade in words, just words. You trade in goods and services. So that means the goods and the services must be produced. And when I did economics long ago, more than 60 years ago, they used to talk of the 4 factors of production. That to produce a good or a service, you need 4 factors of production. Factor number 1, they used to call it land. But land, meaning natural resources. This was factor of production number 1. Factor of production number 2, labor. The workforce. Factor of production number 3, capital. Human and money. Factor number 5, entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship means eyes to see opportunities of business, to have spectacles which can see opportunities. So you, the business people here, and the Ugandans, when I audit this, I can tell you that land, natural resources in Uganda are plenty. The natural resources, the land, the agricultural resources, the freshwater resources, fisheries and all that, the minerals, the forest products, all are there. So the natural resources, the land is plenty in Uganda, but also in Egypt, also in Egypt. Number two, labor is plenty in Uganda. The population is now 46 million. It will be 106 million in the next 25 years. So therefore, what we are lacking here that we could share is capital and entrepreneurship. That's what you, the Ugandans, you should be telling our Egyptian people, friends, that the natural resources are there, the labor is there. What you could help us get is capital and entrepreneurship. That's what we are looking for. This entrepreneurship and capital can be Egyptian or sourced from third forces, but downloaded by our friends in Egypt who may have some networking, which we don't have. So therefore, we are looking for capital, we are looking for entrepreneurship. The economy of Uganda is growing very fast. It was very low, it had a very low base, but it has come up. Uganda is now a lower middle income country. It's no longer a least developed country. But partly because of this correct packaging of philosophy, ideology, and strategy. If you don't get this correct, you will not move. And the economy will go even much faster where we are going. So therefore, we are looking for partners with the capital, partners with entrepreneurship. The natural resources are there, the labor is there. Also, there's some capital locally, there's also some capital, also some entrepreneurship is there. It's not totally absent, but we need reinforcement. What helped our economy to grow were investors from India, from China. They are coming in big numbers. They are helping. So it would be very good to be reinforced with our Egyptian investors, with capital and entrepreneurship. So these four would deal with production of goods and services. But where do you sell what you produce? This is where many strategists are missing the mark. With capitalism in Europe, when a man called Adam Smith, who wrote a book in 1776 entitled The Source of the Wealth of Nations, which helped Europe to know what to do, because Europe did not know where to go. Like Africa today, you find they are doing things which will not help and leaving the things that can help undone. So Adam Smith helped the Europeans to focus, to understand the importance of the private sector. And the private sector economy in Europe grew rapidly. But by 1929, the whole capitalist system collapsed in the Great Depression. Why? Because they had forgotten one thing. If you produce, who buys? And this is how another economist called Maynard Keynes came along, and he said, you people, you emphasize production, but you forgot consumption. That's how Maynard Keynes said, it is better to make some people dig a hole, plant nothing there, fill it again, pay them for doing nothing, so that they have got money in their pocket to go and buy something from the shops. You can see how Maynard Keynes was able to help. So that's how the European countries started the welfare system, where they pay people who are not employed, they give them money. So that they do what? They go and buy goods in the shop. Now, you cannot start a welfare state without a developed economy. So therefore, we, the Egyptians, the Ugandans, the East Africans, the Africans should understand the importance of the market. You can see now how Trump and the other people, the issue of the market is coming up. When I buy something from you, I am helping you. I have been begging the Japanese to assemble vehicles in Uganda, because we have been, our pockets have been supporting Japan. What many of you call history, I call current affairs, because I was there all the time. By 1963, 62, there were no Japanese vehicles in Uganda. We were buying British vehicles. Morris Minor, Humber, I don't know what, Volkswagen, I don't know what, that's what we were buying. Because Uganda got independence in 1962, but all the time we were buying British vehicles. Bedfords, I don't know what, different types of British vehicles. When we got independence, 1962, 63, I started seeing some German vehicles. Benz, Volkswagen. There was another vehicle called BMWs. It started appearing. First time I saw Japanese vehicle was around 1963 there. Toyota, not very strong. They would break down easily. Then, unfortunately, I went to fight. There was a man called Idi Amin. I went to fight. So I spent there quite 8 years. When I came back in 1980, I found the whole streets was full of Japanese vehicles. The British vehicles had disappeared. The German vehicles also had disappeared. It was now Japanese vehicles. So when I came into the government, I went to Japan. I said, Japan, you are poor business people. How can somebody buy from you so much, like we are buying from you? You don't think about us. You come and assemble the vehicles here, at least. Because when you assemble them here, I get some 15% value. Because when you bring vehicle knocked down and you assemble it here, the value addition is like 15%. It's not too much, but better than nothing. The Japanese were not bothered. Now, Uganda, we are making our own vehicles. I don't know whether this business forum can show us. Did the Ugandans bring those vehicles? You didn't bring them. Oh, you should have brought them. I was telling His Excellency, these vehicles fabricated by us are called Kira, electric vehicles. Kira is our name for the Nile. The Nile, we call it Kira. That's why you hear president of South Sudan is called Salva Kiir. His name also means the Nile in our language there. So we are now building our own, making our own vehicles from scratch. The only thing you are remaining with, which I invite the Egyptians, if they can't join us with, is the lithium batteries, to produce the lithium batteries so that the whole vehicle is made locally there. So when we started fabricating our vehicles, the Japanese came running. So we want to assemble. I said, sorry, too late. Sorry, I don't need assembling. You missed your chance. Unless you want to join me in manufacturing, there will be no assembling here. So therefore, the power of the pocket is very crucial. Somebody who buys from you helps you. So therefore, North Africa, fortunately, our leaders had started waking up. Because when they got independence, 1960s, 50s, they were just excited with independence, independence, independence. But by 1980, at that time I was busy fighting. I was not in the system. I was fighting Amin. But the leaders who were in charge of countries started waking up.